All right, let's going to get started, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. This is going to be a couple weeks in on Joey Betts podcast. Now, what I've learned is that one thing that I want to do is I kind of want to cook in front of you guys. So, no picks were seen before this. I haven't taken any deep dives on today's games. So, today, what I want to go into is going to be the NBA matchup of the playoffs that we have. And then also, we're going to go after a couple baseball bets. Now, me personally, I'll go over the platforms that I use. I love Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is awesome because of the fact that give out a lot of discounts. Give out better discounts than Prize Picks. Today is Tuesday, right? So Taco Tuesday's coming out. I'm not too sure who the first pick was, but I'm sure it's going to be one of those picks where you can take the under on his regular line, and that's one thing I like doing and I like looking at because you have 80 million people out there that'll pick one pick and it'll destroy their whole lineup, right? And that's what Prize Picks is good at doing, right? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go over a couple of things that we want to do today. I'm really feeling three leg parlays and just trying to get through that. So we're gonna go ahead and let's go over the basketball slate because I know that's what everyone's here for. We got 3 games of basketball going on today. Lakers trying to redeem themselves going up against Minnesota. Memphis against OKC. That was a terrible game. Honestly, I would stay away from that one, especially since OKC didn't play in the fourth quarter. None of their starters played not 1 minute in the fourth quarter. So keep an eye on that one. I would stay away from it, right? And then we got this Milwaukee Indy game, which I really want to dig into because of the fact that right here, Dame is coming back. Dame is coming back. This is the whole reason why he left Portland. He's big on playoff basketball, wants to be with a contender. So let's go ahead and check it out. The Bucks weren't very good without him. 117 and 98. I also like to go into the regular season series, which were great. The Pacers really kept their own against the Bucks. First 2 games were the Bucks. One of these games, this one, I remember this one. It was a running three from Halliburton to end the game. Other than that, the Bucks dominated the game. Really bad shooting game for Dame Lillard, if I'm not mistaken. Right here, it'll be let's see, 4 for 14 with 15 points exactly. So this is a redemption game. I feel like Dame Lillard he's really out here to, try to get this team to the promised land, right? So we're gonna go and look at it. This is the 315 matchup, which I mean, things still meant a lot. It still meant a lot in the NBA. This is March 15th, the last week. Going into it, you got your box score. Dame Lillard had 25 points, right? 25 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, almost a triple double, right? So let's look at his line. Takes you know, we want to look at both ones. We'll go to Prize Picks and we'll also go to Underdog Fantasy. And the reason why I like to look at both of them is because there's always some that vary, right? You might have 18 and a half points on Prize Picks for Dame Lillard, but Underdog, you'll have 19 and a half points, right? Look at right here, even perfect example. You have 17 and a half points. Prize Picks, you have them at 18 and a half. Prize Picks is always going to be tougher. It's always going to be like, yeah, they want the arm and the leg, right? So looking at it, Underdog Fantasy, if you're going points on him, me personally, I like his assists. 6 assists is nothing compared to the games that he's played against them. Let's see. What I love too is I love StatMuse. StatMuse is a great it's a great matchup comparison. So I can go Damian Lillard versus Pacers 2025, right? And it's going to show me all the games that he played against the Pacers this season. Now, as you can see, 9.3 assists. That is much higher, way higher than the line they have right now. So looking at it, let's go ahead and do our homework. We've already found a pick that we really like, that we really want to run with, is your point guard, the point guard, right? That Milwaukee wanted to get them to deep into the playoffs. We're gonna look at his last few games, right? 38 minutes against Golden State. Only put up 4 assists. Looked like a bad game overall. He played 29 minutes against OKC. Both suffocating defenses, right? I don't really see the Pacers being as tough of a defense as Golden State or OKC. You have 8 assists against the Pacers, 10 assists against the Lakers, 11 assists against the Pacers. You got Cleveland, Orlando. Okay, he's hit or miss, right? With 5.8, he's averaging 5.8 on the month of March, right? Before that, we're looking at 7.6, right? And if we're talking about Dame coming back healthy, I really like this pick. I really like this pick. I'm going at 5.5 assists. Now, accept it as you may. You may want to go assists and points, which is even better. That's 23 and a half. He'll probably cover the 23 and a half points on its own, right? So this is Dame Lillard we're talking about. This is a desperation game for Milwaukee. They are going to lose this series if they do not win this game. And that goes for the Lakers as well. With Memphis, ah, they've already lost much more than what we can think, right? Um, so I really like Dame Lillard right here, right? So we're gonna go a little bit deeper into this. Tyrese Halliburton is not someone I really like picking. I do not. I mean, I understand he's their option. He's their number one guy, but I don't like going Halliburton. Aaron Neesmith had 30 points, so it could be worth seeing what Neesmith does against the Bucks in 2025, and it's good to see what his line is because he's averaging 19 and a half points. He played 2 games and he had 9 points and he had 30. So two completely different games, right? He hit his threes. He hit his threes. He didn't hit his threes, right? You have a plus 27 plus and minus. You have a minus 13 plus and minus. This is what I call sporadic. I don't really like betting on it. I really feel like there's no place for people like this to um, be betted on against, right? Tyrese Halliburton assists. Assists is going to be a big one, right? Because everyone, if we can see it from our living room, that Damian Lillard is going to have an amazing game, that he needs to shoot the ball. Guess what? Indiana can see it as well, right? So looking at Halliburton, 12, 12, 10, 6, 14, 11, 10 assists. Halliburton assists. And this is what we're going to do because um, Underdog Fantasy has perfect. That's amazing. So Underdog Fantasy, which I love Underdog, is you have the discount. You're gonna discount picks, right? You want to discount picks that you know we're gonna hit. Tyrese Halliburton is not in for assists. He's not there. He won't be there. You won't have the Damian Lillard 13 points, 23 and a half. I mean, these are tough. Kyle Kuzma didn't score a point last game. He did not score 1 point last game. So it's pretty tough with these teammates, with these people looking at it. Let's see what last game had to offer. I mean, Halliburton on points seems about right. Let's see where he's at, where we can get him. On 14 points. 14 points, I mean, yeah, 10. Last game against Milwaukee. That's not something I want to bet on. Well, we also have, going down, you have this OKC Memphis game where Zach Edey had 6.5 points. I mean, that should, especially the way the Bigs got dominated in the first game, I would expect to see Edey come out. So let's see. They lost by 50 something, right? And Edey had 4 points. Terrible. Terrible. All right. That is a sneaky good Lou Dort. Let's see what's up with Lou Dort. Man, it's a little different. What did Lou Dort do? See, and this is the reason why I say to stay away from this game because you don't know what's going to happen. Lou Dort can end up not playing the rest of the quarter, not playing the whole game. 7 points is not bad for Lou Dort. I mean, they won by 50. He had 12, right? He didn't play much minutes. He played 22 minutes. He had 12 points. 12 points. He had 9 in 27 minutes. He had 2 against Houston, which he was 0 for 4 from 3. 14, 11, 22, 9, 13, 10, 7. I can get him with that. I can take 7. I don't mind 7 for Lou Dort. Um, I mean, even if you want to run PRA at 11, you're looking at the days that he didn't score the 7. He had 5.9 PRA, right? We're gonna go with the PRA at 11 for Dort, and that's because it's 3.5 points higher. That is going to be, eesh. Well, first off, let's see what else we got here. You can also find Nas Reed on 8.5 points, which is, I mean, that's a lock as well. I see Nas Reed. Nas Reed is a perimeter big, which I really like against the Lakers because he just always ends up open for three. And I'm not too sure, but I've seen in every game that he's played against the Lakers. So we're going to go Nas Reed. We're going to look for him. I don't want him on the discount. Honestly, if I'm taking anyone on the discount, I would rather take like LeBron James assists or maybe something like, let's see, LeBron on assists is one. No, no, wait. Three. 5 rebounds. This is a bad game. This was a bad game. Overall, bad game. LeBron on 19 points. I mean, LeBron had 19 points last game. You got to expect for him to have a better game today. He's only had 14 against Houston, and that was a game he only played 22 minutes in. He's going to hit the 19 points today. I just feel like that one is safe. A lot safer than Lou Dort. So we're going to go with LeBron on the token, right? We're going to have him as a token, so he counts as a regular pick. So it's 3 times right now, right? We're going to throw one more, maybe two, right? I really like Nas Reed. I really haven't seen too much of what this matchup has to offer because of the fact that the last game was a blowout. It was pretty terrible, but I didn't really get to see what they did in the regular season against each other, which I'm sure Anthony Edwards played a big part. Terrence Shannon. Okay. Let's see. LeBron. LeBron went off. LeBron went off. Luca went off. So all these players have the ability to go off, right? It's just a matter of getting them there. Nas Reed again, 3 points. All right, 0 for 5. So he threw up five. That's a big throwing up five threes. So the Lakers gave him that opportunity. He just never flushed the bucket. So I really like Nas Reed threes because of the fact that he's just been draining them. Honestly, they'll probably have him as like 2 for 2. I'll take him on two threes. Let's see what he's been doing. Game log as of late. He's 6 for 9, 6 for 9, 0 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 5, 3 for 7. So okay, he hasn't been very good, but as of late, he really went off against the Lakers. So looking at it, Lakers got out rebounded last game. Last game they got out rebounded. They just got out bigged. Honestly, there's a bigger lineup on the floor. When you look at it, you have 9 rebounds for Jaden McDaniels. You have 8 rebounds for Anthony Edwards. Really, Rudy Gobert didn't even have to touch the ball. So looking at it, you should see a lot more action. Luka's See, this is the thing about Luka Doncic is that he just takes control of the ball when he's needed, and it just doesn't really give any opportunity after that. So it's gonna be tough, honestly. We've got our two so far. We've got the discount pick on LeBron James, and honestly, even if you're talking about LeBron, I feel like after last game, you don't see him not hitting very close to a triple double this game. LeBron's going to go off. It's going to be a very big LeBron game. So even if it's a LeBron game, I really like Austin Reeves' assists. When it's a LeBron game, we noticed that Luka scored 31 points last game, and he didn't really do much. Like we didn't win, they didn't win, right? So looking at it, 4.5 assists. Ah, that's a tough one. That is tough. That's pretty high feet for him. Let's see what Prize Picks has him on. You got Austin Reeves at 4 assists, right? So a little lower. Honestly, you don't like it. I don't like it. 7.5 rebounds and assists. That's an easy one. I really think he gets boards. Let's see, is that here? 8.5. Okay. So there's a reason. There's a reason. We're gonna stay away from Austin Reeves. I think that Lakers, pretty tough to call, to be honest with you. Let's see what Jaden McDaniels has though. All right, so Jaden McDaniels versus the Lakers, not in his career, but in 2025, he has averaged 10.5 points, 5.3 rebounds. Okay, he had 15 and 18 in his last two meetings. 15 and 18. Let's see where Jaden McDaniels stands right now. If we have him at 12 and a half, I'm taking it. 11 and a half points. That, I mean, shit. I want to do it. I really want to do it. 11 and a half points. He averages 10 and a half. It's a pretty tough feat. So let's see. Jaden McDaniels, 16.3 fantasy points per game in the 2020 season, last 10 games. 22 and a half. 10.7 points per game. You don't want it. I don't feel it. I really don't feel it. Popular picks. Austin Reeves all around. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Taco pick. John Morant against OKC. 19 and a half points. Yet, the 19 and a half points that they taco picked, he didn't hit it. He didn't hit it last game. Guess who he plays? OKC. Again, honestly, he needs rest. He's shooting the ball way too much. I think if you go lower than 22 and a half on John Morant's line, you're safe. You are pretty safe, honestly. You got Bobby Portis is a big pick. And Pascal Siakam. Siakam does do great. Siakam does do very well against Milwaukee. Let's go ahead and take a deeper look into that. That's one of those guys I forgot. Um, Giannis rebounds 12, right? Siakam, you're going 25 points on this guy, right? And then the games he has against Milwaukee, Siakam versus Bucks 2025. 24 points, 8.5 rebounds. So look at this. We're going to look at Siakam right now. And he's at 20 and a half and 7.5 rebounds. I could take him for the points. Me personally, I would like to take him for the points. Let's double check ESPN, make sure his game log looks nice. For 20 and a half, 21. Looking for 21 points, 21 points. He missed it in Cleveland. Missed it in Charlotte. Missed it 4 or 5 games in a row. I don't like it. 7 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 7.5. No. Lines are tough. Lines are tough today. It's playoff basketball. The last few days of basketball here coming up. 11.5 rebounds for Giannis. 12, 11, 11, 13. If we can find like a .75 on 10.5, I mean, I'll take it. I will too. When's the last time he had, let's see, Giannis versus Pacers. Okay, if he has any more than 12.3 rebounds, right? He's averaging 12.3. We're going to go ahead and take his regular line. We're going to go ahead and take his rebounds. Me personally, I like Dame on points. So I'll take Giannis on rebounds. And let's see, where is it? Where are we at? 0.91. I'll take that. So there it is. There we go. You have your flex play. Right now you have a 3-man right now for $54. We put 20 on it. That's 109, right? So right now, like we said, we have Dame Lillard coming back for revenge in this game. If not points, then we're going to assist too to back it up. And then we're going LeBron James on the token, 8.5 points. He's averaged 19 points. Hasn't missed 19 points in a few games now. Big game, huge game. Giannis on the rebounds, 12 rebounds, averages 12.3 against the Pacers this season with 30 points as well. But like we said, we don't want to contradict. We said that Damian Lillard is going to hit the points. We'll let Damian Lillard hit those points, right? We'll let Giannis sit on the sideline. That's a three-man, a healthy three-man for you guys. It's going to be 10. I'm going to put down 10 for 54. And then we're going to go right into this baseball slate. One of the things I want to do, too, is I want to add a couple of them. Basically, my best picks for one big slate, one big slip, right? So we're gonna go ahead confirm that through. We got Damian Lillard, 23.5 points and assists. LeBron James on the token. Another reason to get underdog fantasy. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on 11.5 rebounds, right? Now, we're going to go into baseball. And that's it for the basketball slate. We'll dig back into it as we progress, but today I really want to dig in to this baseball slate. There's a few games that I really like out there. Huge slate because it is Tuesday. Going into it, I really like Switch Analytics. This is one of the ones that I just found. Honestly, we just found this out. You're going to go over research, NBA, and then you're going to see it on advanced player stats. So I can type in Damian Lillard and it'll show me in the past 10 games what he's done against the Pacers. That's 23 points per game, 5.8 assists, 4.9 rebounds. Going into it, last 10 games, 4 assists, 2 assists, 8 assists, 10. Right, so he's hitting. Honestly, if you want to take Damian Lillard fantasy points, that's also a possibility as well. So just take a look, take a deeper look into that one. Right, let's go ahead and get started. MLB. One thing that I really love to do is I really love to go switch analytics. I go to research and I go to batter versus pitcher. Now, as any kind of MLB player, any kind of player that anyone that's played baseball will tell you that there's some pitchers out there that you just have a good time against, right? You just really have a easy way of seeing the ball, hitting the ball, getting the ball on the bat. And right now, as I can see, you've got 7 for 10 in 13 plate appearances with 2 walks and a strikeout for Fernando Tatis against Jack Flaherty. Now, this looks good. This is a great pick. This is something San Diego is on the rise, right? But you want to check it out. You want to go a little bit deeper into it, right? So let's go a little bit deeper into it. Let's go to San Diego. Let's go to the game. What I like to do is I understand that the starter and the batter are going to face each other at least twice. At least twice. You even if it's a bad game, the guy's going to get up to bat twice, right? Now, after that, your bullpen comes in, right? And you don't know how this guy's doing against a bullpen. Now, he leads the team in home runs. He leads the team in batting average. He leads the team in RBIs. The San Diego Padres are very good because of Fernando Tatis. 1 hit, 1 RBI. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI. 2 hits, 3 runs, home run RBI. 2 hits, 2 runs, home run RBI. 1 hit, 1 RBI. 1 hit, 1 run scored, sorry. 1 hit, 2 RBI. 1 hit. That's it. That's the one. All right. Other than that, that's 2, 3. You've got 3. You basically have 3 games out of this whole month of April where he hasn't hit or run or an RBI. A hit, run, RBI, right? 1.5, right? So we're going to go ahead and run that because of the fact that Tatis has such a great track record against Flaherty. We're gonna run that, right? 1.5. Okay, they don't have it at 1.5, right? Prize Picks probably won't even let you pick the 1.5. Let's go Tatis. Let's see where we're at. You're probably gonna have a 2.5 point demon, And that's it. That's literally all you're gonna have. So let's see, Tatis. 1.5 hits, runs an RBI. 5.5 hit, run an RBI. 4.5. So he doesn't even have the 2.5. He doesn't even have the bases. So we're gonna go Tatis. I like to go total bases. Now that will keep me honest. Now he could hit a home run. That's an easy one right there. He could hit a base knock with two RBIs, right? He could hit two singles and an RBI, right? Now, would I bank on that more than just two total bases? No, because he could also go 1 for 4 with a double, and those are his two total bases, right? So we're gonna go total bases. You can even look at hitter fantasy points. Me personally, I got screwed over yesterday on pitcher fantasy points. Shout out to Eric Fetty on that quality start, shitting me out of $60. Um, let's go ahead get back get back to business here. We're gonna go Tatis on the bases. Um, Even though a lot of these hits have not been extra base hits, other than the home runs that he's hit. Uh, I mean, what's stopping me from going to? Let's stick to the program, right? And not get too carried away. Let's go back to the pitcher versus hitter. Look at this. You got a 500 average. Tanner Bybee against Anthony Volpe. Hmm. Let's see. This is gonna be tough. This is really gonna be tough. I'm just looking at a few different ones we want. Let's see. Batter projections. All right. All right, perfect. So these are our guys right here. This is what Swish Analytics tells us that's going to happen. It's worth taking a look at these guys. Ellie De La Cruz, he's been slugging lately. A home run and two plate appearances against the pitcher. 499 slugging percentage versus opponent pitcher, and then 1.20 park factor. So your park factor is basically like the weather, the wind, the way the wind's going, all that good stuff. If it's a hitter's ballpark, so everyone in Cincinnati looks like they have a good time against Cabrera, which is good to look at, right? So you got Cincinnati, Minnesota, Miami. I'm sorry. This kid, Edward Cabrera, 0-1 with a 6.52 ERA. Bat versus pitch. The team hits 467 off of him. 467 off of him, right? That means hits. 7 hits and 15 at bats. The kid's gonna give up hits. Let's go Edward Cabrera, right? Let's give him about 5.5. Let's say 5.5, 4.5. If it's at 5.5, 4.5, amazing. I'll take the 5 hits. I'll take the 5 hits. If you look at it, let's see his game log. 4 hits. 4 hits. Okay. Okay. Let's see what he's done against. What was it? Washington? Cincinnati. Let's see what he's done against Cincinnati last year. Last year, 4 hits, 4 hits. He doesn't really give up the 5 hits. 6 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned. Okay, he got smacked. He got smacked up at Cincinnati, right? Today he's in Miami. A little different, right? Right-handed pitcher, so it's best to just check out. Either you take him on getting raked, right, for the 4.5 hits allowed, right? You can even take him on. I would even take him on 3.5 if they let you. Yeah, of course. Take that. Take that on 3.5 hits. Do it. 4 hits. He gives up 4 hits. He'd probably give up 4 runs too. So go for that. Go for that. Also look at this right here. Look at Candelario against right-handed pitchers. right? Not very good. 120 average. Probably not the best thing to go to. Ellie De La Cruz against right-handed pitchers. You go to the splits, you check it out. 262 average, right? In Miami, he plays 200 away, right? So Miami has a hitter of themselves, which is very good, very good. Probably a little bit of a slump as of late, but this kid can get on base, and it's something worth looking at. Xavier Edwards dropped his average to a 286. Very hot start. 0 for his last 9. She's ugly. It is ugly. Very ugly. So we're going to go after this. James Wood. James Wood looks like a nice pick against Dean Kramer. Kramer, he gives it up too. This looks like an over game. Honestly, if you guys are betting money line out there, I would say over on Baltimore, Washington. The ball flies in Washington during this time of year. James Wood is really not the guy. Not the guy. All right. Gavin Lux, Kyle Farmer. Let's go Kyle Farmer. So Kyle Farmer. You got a couple people on Colorado that can hit the ball as well. Let's see. Chris Bubich against Kyle Farmer. 3 for 4, double, a home run, 4 RBIs is worth taking a look. 306 average. Look at this. We caught gold. If he's a lefty, if he's facing a lefty, yep, there we go. Chris Bubich is a lefty, right? You have Kyle Farmer hitting 400 against lefties, 6 for 15, 2 doubles, an RBI, and a walk, right? And then away, which I'm not too sure if he's away. Oh, he is in Kansas City. A lot of people like hitting in Kansas City as well. I'm going Kyle Farmer today too. Let's do it. Kyle Farmer, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. So those are 3. That's a 3-man right there. You got your Tatis total bases. 3.5 hits allowed for Edward Cabrera and Kyle Farmer on 1.5 hit run and RBI. Now, you want to add more? We can add more, right? We can look at Bobby Witt. We could take a look at Kerry Carpenter. We could take a look at Corey Seager. All right, let's take a look at Bobby Witt. Let's go Bobby Witt. And Feltner for right-handed pitcher. No history with Bobby Witt. Lindor has been amazing as of late. I really like the way Lindor moves. Against Philly too, a lot of familiarity, especially against. Oof, they give me this matchup. 4 for 12, not the best looking one, right? Go to the game log. Ah man, this is tough not to pick. So if I put Lindor, just to hit one. Just to, you know what? This is bam. That make it a $63 bet, right? Now if I left it alone, which I probably should. It's a $50 bet, right? $50 bet doesn't scare me. It's really good, honestly. I really like it. I could use it. This is what we're gonna stick with. I know I said three. I said three teamers. I did 3 leggers, and that's what we're gonna deal with. But something tells me I want to put one more. I just want to put one more. So looking at it. It's tough. Dustin May against John Birdie. Cal Raleigh against averages keep on dropping. Doesn't look very good. Gunnar Henderson against Mitchell Parker. That's something lefty lefty matchup. Not the best for Henderson. So we're gonna cut it right here. We're gonna cut it right here. And you know what? We are gonna go. We're gonna go with this one right here. That's 57. So got 1.5 total bases for Fernando Tatis. Edward Cabrera on 3.5 hits allowed. Kyle Farmer, 1.5 hits, runs, an RBI. and then you have Francisco Lindor on just a half hit run RBI, right? So that one, we're gonna put the 10 in it, and that's gonna be 57, right? So first slip, we have a basketball slip out there. We just threw our baseball slip out there. Both of them, well, one of them a 3-man, another one a 4-man, but the fourth is a pretty easy pick, 5760. And then we've got, when you go to live, you see your 5760 and then 5460. All right, we have a couple bets out there already. So let's go ahead and get, let's get a little bold. Let's get a little bold here. We got a little bit of time. Um, what did we see? What did we see overall? One of the things I saw was Francisco Lindor is going to rake the ball. I mean, not Francisco Lindor, Fernando Tatis. Fernando Tatis is going to rake the ball. That's a tough, very tough one to go after. Honestly, I want to go. I want to go hit runner RBI. Something tells me not to. Something tells me, man, man. Something tells me to go Tatis on the 2.5 hits. And then LeBron. All right, let's go ahead and sorry about that. All right, so a few of the picks we really liked. Um, like I said, we're gonna get very bold. This is gonna be very, very, very bold here. We're gonna go ahead and drop another 10 in underdog because of the fact that I love this matchup right here. This is something I'm not gonna be able to get from Price Picks because they don't want to put Tatis at 3.5. They just want to keep on, just taking people's money. That's one thing good about Prize Picks that you get. LeBron, 44.5 PRA. That means he's getting a triple double. He's getting a trip dub with about 24 points, right? Trip dub, 24 points. That's gonna 25 points. Let's go 25. Let's go 25, 10, and 10. Let's go 30, 10, and 9, right? That's 49, right? LeBron is going to have a game. LeBron is going to come out. He's going to show you why he's the king. Fernando Tatis on a bomb. Let's say a bomb. Let's say a double with 2 RBIs, right? We can even make this a little bit lower. Go down to 2.5, and that'll be 110, right? On a $10 bet. Dame Lil on the points and assists. I really like that one. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. You know what? This is what we're going to do. We're going to run that. Okay, hold on. We're going to go Tatis, LeBron, Dame. Let's throw one more in there. Might as well. I mean, shit. Who do we see out there that's going to have an amazing day? Who did we say? It was Tatis. It was Tatis that we saw. Let's see. 5 home runs off of Christian Bassett for Yordan Alvarez. Tommy Edman. 2 bombs off of Shote. Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman. You dirty guy. Look at that. 2 for 5. 2 home runs. 2 RBI. Game log. Hasn't done shit. Yeah, pretty tough. Pretty tough to take you, Tommy. Let's see what Jay Willie has done. Let's see. Patrick Corbin, left-handed pitcher. Oof, that's going to be tough. Left-handed pitcher. Splits. How does he do against left-handed pitching? 400 average. Jacob Wilson has 400 average, 4 for 10, 2 doubles, 2 runs. Very great against left-handed pitching, and then at home he does very great as well. Let's go ahead and throw Jacob Wilson in there too. So we've got, bam, that's 170 right now. You got 2.5 hit, run, and RBI for Fernando Tatis. LeBron at 45 points, rebounds, and assists. And then you've got Damian Lillard on 23.5 points and assists. And then you got Jacob Wilson with the 1.5 hits, run, and RBI. Man, I want to just keep on putting legs to this, honestly. Tanner Bybee, right-handed pitcher, going up against Ben Rice, right? You got Ben Rice coming out. Let's see. Volpe 3 for 6. Ben Rice is day-to-day, which is good. Because Volpe being 3 for 6 is not something I would take, but, you never know. You never know. You never know. You might want 260 instead of 170. All right, so looking at it, this is a bold pick. This is something I would tell you guys to tail very lightly. You got Fernando Tatis, 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. LeBron James, 44.5 points, rebounds, assists. Damian Lillard, 23.5 points and assists. Jay Willie, 1.5 hit, run, and RBI. And Anthony Volpe on a half hit, run, and RBI. Now let's just double check Volpe to make sure that everything's good on that end. Bybee is a very good pitcher. I mean, even though this year he hasn't shown it, it's something to be very aware of. Let's see his game log. 217 average, not someone I really want to bet on. 2 hits, 1 hit, 1 hit, 0 for 4, 0 for 3. No, let's get Volpe out of here. Let's just stick with the 170. Honestly, we're going to go ahead and drop 10 in here. We're going to drop 10, and we're going to go ahead and deposit that through. Go back to the pick'em, and then we're going to push that in. That's going to be 173. You got Tatis, 2.5 hits, runs, RBI. Damian Lillard, 23.5 points and assists. Jacob Wilson, 1.5 hit, run, RBI. And then LeBron James, 44.5 PRA. All right, play for 173. We're going to lock that one in as well. And that's going to be our 3. Our 3 for today. You still got a bank and price picks. Go ahead. Take a look at the taco picks, honestly, that they have throughout the day. Now, John Morant, he's coming back from a tough game, a tough loss, so he may end up hitting that. But if you can look at those taco picks, it's probably 1 out of those 3 will hit, right? The other 2, you'll throw in your slip, and you'll just ruin the slip. So just be very wary on that taco pick. And if you feel like the regular line, let me show you. If you feel like this line right here, the 22.5, going under 22.5 will be more efficient, go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it. Look at 22.5. How many times has he scored 22.5 points? He hasn't. Look at that. I mean, taking the under on this one is not a bad idea. Honestly, there's a reason why Prize Picks discounts these players, because even your discount you're gonna sweat. But you know what you don't sweat? When you sweat a discount, you go lower on their normal line. That won't sweat at all, right? Something to keep in mind, something to keep aware of. What we're going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and throw a crazy bet out there. And I'm just going to go ahead and take Prize Picks bait on just, damn, 2 home runs for Tatis. We're going to go 1. And then we're going to go with LeBron on the trip dub. A 1. We're going to go LeBron. 44.5. That's only 10 for 90. That's something to keep a very close eye on. And then we're going to go Lillard. We're running that. Triple Demons. You got Damian Lillard, 29.5 points and assists. LeBron, 44.5 points and rebounds and assists. And then your Fernando Tatis home run, 10 for 290. Let's run it. Let's submit that through. And let's not look back. We're not looking back. We are not looking back. All right. So, one thing I always like to say is that we cooked this together. You guys saw the insight that I provided you guys. I would also like for you guys, to take that extra step. Don't don't quote me on these. They don't always hit, but I do have a winning average. I do have, there are winning slips out there. There's proof out there in the pudding. The Instagram highlights, you'll be able to see all my wins from January, February, March, April. But yeah, it's just something where I always say take a look and take a pick, right? Take a look at these picks. If it's something that fits your slip, go for it. But one thing I just don't want you guys to do, I don't want you guys to go ahead and pick a taco pick that ends up just ruining your whole day, right? So I'll let you guys aware of that. I've got 3 picks out there already. Everything will be posted on my Instagram at JoeyBets47. So keep an eye on that. Stay tuned because we got more. This blackboard behind us. We got a lot we want to do with it. So there's a lot more coming, and I'm very excited with this Joey Bets thing. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned, and let's win some money. Let's win some money. Let's put prize picks into the ground. Let's put underdog into the ground, and let's do it all together. Honestly, I'm here Tuesday and Friday at 9:30.